Hi, it's Linda with LL Creation Studio, and I have a journal that I wanted to come on YouTube and share with you guys, and I hope that you enjoy taking a look at her. She's a little bit different from me, but she is Kraft Tex again, folder, which is a soft type of journal cover. And she's been hand painted, and it's just like a faux leather. Kraft Tex is. If you've missed my other videos where I showed you a raw piece of Kraft Tex, hold on a minute and I'll go get it. Okay, I'm back. This is Kraft Tex. This is what it looks like before I do anything to it. It's just like a piece of leather. You can wash it, you can bend it, you can cut it, you can paint on it, you can put fabric over it. You can do anything that you want to with it. So this is what this used to look like. And the rest of my Kraft Tex look like that. So this is a botanical notebook type of journal that a botanist would be carrying around in the field, is what I wanted it to look like and feel like, and that she would be putting her notes in here and putting her photos in here or whatever she stuffs in this one. And so it's a very nature looking. What's the matter? Okay, I'm back again. I had a visitor. My husband came in to see what I was doing and to make sure that the sound was on. So many times I record and I haven't got the sound button on, so then I have to do another recording, and then I get very upset with myself. So he was just checking on that. So anyway, this is like a field note journal. She's a 6x9. And I have wrapped her in this cotton 2-inch fabric, and she's frayed on both sides of the fabric, and it's a very natural color, as you can see, and you can take it off or not. And then on the, you can see the stitching going around, and then I have decoupaged several layers here, and her name is Wildflower, and she's got 224 pages, and she is a 6x9. Okay, now I'll get back to the cover. I've said all that necessary stuff. So this is the decoupaged, and it's notes and observations, and the paper comes from My Porch Prints, and it's her Botanical Wildflowers collection. You can find My Porch Prints on Etsy. If you're not familiar with her site, you should absolutely go and take a look at it. She's got some beautiful prints. And I've also got some of Tracy Fox Loves Journals Flutterby in here, and some of the other things, and I'll print them out. But those are the two main Etsy sites that I have printed off their papers, purchased and printed it off. So that's what we've got here. This is part of My Porch Prints pages. And then I've got a little pocket right here in the front that you could put anything in, and then just slip it back in there. And I just leave this out and a clip that if you had something that you really wanted to clip in there, you could. All this has been edged to look really old and vintage looking and well worn. And then this is the spine. It's a good size spine. It's 2 inches. Here you go. And then here the back, you can see all the threads coming out. The back is also My Porch Prints print, a part of that package that I was talking about. All this has been hand torn, and then I wanted it to look like that it was burnt you know, like you can burn wood, emboss into wood, and then it's very aged looking, but it's a beautiful print. And then you can tell that it is a soft cover. So that is the outside. Let's take a look inside. I have some of this vintage fabric that I had. It's a Civil War fabric that has been reproduced that they found somewhere, and it dates all the way back to the Civil War. And whenever I looked at it, it just looked perfect to go with this outside. And then I have this huge triangle pocket, and I have a big writing tablet here with some sari silk that fits right in with the colors, and then a little side pocket there with the little tag of the flowers. And I just kept this rough and a little ragged because I think that's what she would have really had going on. And then these prints are just beautiful. And a lot of rounded corners. Lined papers. Another big pocket on this green wrapping paper. Coffee stain paper. This is real nice heavy cardstock that's been coffee stained. This is Tracy, no, sorry. This is my Porch Prints book pages. That's right, book pages. You got fold out there. This is Tracy Fox's this is book page 2, our notebook. This is Tracy Fox's notebook collection, I think, which is fairly new to her site. Now I added these. On some of hers she has this, but they were not as bright as this. So this is a Denison label. This is part of her Flutterby. Tracy Fox's Flutterby. And then we have a lot of little, you're going to find a lot of little clips with little pieces of paper like this that are coffee stained, very vintage looking, just torn pieces that she would have put in her notebook to write her notes on and then put them wherever. And then this is the notebook from Tracy. Book pages and notebook. I mean, it's hard to keep them separate there. Then you have an envelope that you can put something in here. Aren't those pretty, these 2 pages? Another coffee stain cardstock folder. This is going to be I see. So this is going to be a folder, the ephemera folder, but I just got, instead of it being, it's separated by Tracy Fox's paper here with 2 pockets. Now this is a scanned out of one of my botanical books and shrunk down because I wanted it in here, and it's got the story of the butterflies, and I thought that it just fit right in. So this comes out of one of my books. Beautiful, isn't it? And then I printed it out on this it's parchment paper. Sorry, took me a minute. And then Tracy's, hold on a second, that's my phone. Okay, I'm back. And I was on this page with the pocket folder. That was my daughter calling me. So we have 2 pockets here of my paintings on watercolor paper, sewn all the way around, like I've said, with all of the strings hanging down that you can cut off if you don't like that. And then another watercolored cardstock folder. And you can see it's been sewn. And then another cardstock. This is the other half of the Flutterby, and this is the other half of the My Porch print. And here's a little policy envelope. It got stuck down there, so I guess it's just got to be to look at. Yep. And a little decoupage on the side, and then a little fold out. This is My Porch Prints book pages. I hope I'm getting all these right. See, what do we got here? We got a little fold out. Yep. I remember this one. Yeah. Folds down like that. Some and then you can fold it up like that. Another little Denison label. This is some fabric. And then we just got some pieces that what I would assume that she would do would just tear off whatever you would need to make your notes out in the field, and then flip them to a page that you were working on. And another little policy envelope that you can put your little seeds in or whatever. And then we have a envelope here. Let me get it. There you go. That has this little silk leaf that she's collected along the trail, and it's a coffee stain with the cellophane, with a, you can see through it there. Another one of the pages of My Porch Prints, I think, on her book page. Naturally, you know who that is. That's Tim Holtz paper. This is Tracy Fox's the notebook page. Flutterby page, Tracy Fox. Another little envelope that you can put anything you want in there. Right now I've got this little piece of cardstock in there, and you can just tuck it right in there. And a little bit of tracing paper for her to use out in the field. A lot of rounded corners I'm looking at here. A big pocket, diagonal pocket. And this is a big, I love putting these in there for you to use any way that you want. It is the watercolor paper that I make all my tags out of, and a lot of my journaling cards are made out of watercolor paper. And then I folded it up to get the whole thing in there for you, and you can tear it up or use it any way that you want to. This has some of that crochet thread in there. And then this is one of those book pages from My Porch Prints. And they're really, they're like this. I didn't have to do the gesso on it to make it look like that. This is one of mine on that heavy cardstock watercolor paper. This again is Tracy Fox's wow, Fundamental. There it is. It came to me. This is another one of mine that's out of one of my botanical books that we cut out and reduced down to the 8.5 by 11, and then ran them side by side. And that's why they're in the center where you can see them side by side. It's just the way they were in the book. They're just beautiful. I mean, I love this book. I wish I could do a whole journal with that book, but then I would be tearing up that book. You know what that is? A lot of gold in this one. This is part of Tracy's paper, the notebook. This is also part of Tim Holt's insects that I just keep in there for then she would know what she was looking at whenever she saw the different ants on the ground. You know, when you see flowers, you see ants, so I need to move on a little bit faster. You have a lot of beautiful pages in here. Well, yeah, 224. That's a nice chunky. I have a hand-torn pocket there. Little note paper. I think the colors are really good in here. That goes with the type of journal that I was trying to do, was with a botanist type of field notebook for her to carry, with all of these different little places to put things, seeds, little samples of a grass or something like that, places to write. This is Tracy's paper, her notebook paper, which is her botanist notebook. Now, she has this tape there, but it just didn't hardly come out on my machine, so I added my own medical tape, aged it up a little bit there. I think I did that on several pages, and I printed twice. I don't know why it didn't come out. This is one of mine. It's a nice piece of paper to write on. This one's been sewn all the way around. And then this is going to be one of those folders. So you have the two big pockets with ephemera. And then you have the big pocket here with another nice writing piece of paper. It is chunky. A hand-torn pocket. This is an envelope that was in the packet in the notebook. My Porch Prints Botanical Wildflowers. That's where that was. Big pocket. Here's some of that tape just for accent. don't know how I'm doing time-wise. We're on the last signature. There's 4 signatures here. A cute pocket. You have one of those CD envelopes here, and you have you can put in anything in there that you want. I just put that in there to get you started. You have some washi tape holding the pocket in. Another page that I printed out. Another policy envelope to put little knickknacks in. This is to tear off and make your notes on and put them wherever you wish when you're out in the field. Here's one that is glued down and some little decoupage in here. Another one. I don't know whether you've noticed or not, but all of this was printed on, when you see this kind of backing, it's that cardstock that I love to use. It's a cream color. 2 pages here. So you have a lot of loose journal pages that I added just for extra writing spots. And then here's another ephemera folder with that's stuffed full of things. And then here's another thing about bees out of my botanical book, side by side. And then you have the other pocket on the back of that. And then this is the other side of the botanical, of the ephemera folder, with all kinds of little cute stuff stuffed in there. And it's also sewn all the way around. Another journal, 2 journal pages. If I don't use all of the ones that I print out, I have started here in this collection of putting them in the journals loose. And we got notes. I'm gonna have to stand up just a minute. Okay, I think I can. Okay, almost done. Got an envelope that you can put things in. And then the big pocket and the side pocket on the back. And you can see, got another big tag back here on the watercolor paper. And the washi tape. And this is the back again. So this is Wildflower. I hope that you enjoyed it. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.